I watch a lot of bad movies. Now, this is no exaggeration. Me and my family, we watch movies all the time, and I'm always trying to find something new to watch. And it's led me down a path of watching a lot of crap. So I decided, well, might as well let other people know about them, especially if they've never seen these movies before. Now, one of these you probably will know about because it was all over the place, but the other two you might not. So let's get into them. Starting with our first movie, which is Cleaner.
Let's clean up this trash!
I watched Cleaner about a week ago. It's a pretty new movie. It's starring Daisy Ridley from Star Wars, the sequel trilogy, the bad ones. And she plays this ex-soldier who is she's not a free climber, but she used to climb a lot as a kid. It comes into this in a minor way. She's working as a window cleaner at this business which is supposed to be like green energy. And one of these days, she has to take her brother along with her at work. Her brother's autistic, and he's movie autistic, so he's good at everything. And she has to take him with her to work. Throughout the day, she does her job, but near the end of the day, this eco-terrorist group takes over the building and starts trying to get confessions out of the main people of this company, because they're all crooks, anti-climate change, yada yada. And it comes to a boil when one of the eco-terrorists, which is actually her worker, well, someone she works with as a window cleaner, betrays the other eco-terrorists and has a bit of a coup because he's more radical than they are and he just wants to kill people. And throughout the movie, Joey, which is her name, I might not mention that, has to try and get into the building to try and take out these eco-terrorists and save the day before they blow up all the hostages. And with the help of the SWAT, she's able to get inside and eventually deals with the main bad guy. The movie struggles with its writing. It's not written very well, and the acting is atrocious at points. So it's not a great movie. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, I'd give it a 4 out of 10. It struggles with its messaging because it's definitely pro acknowledgement of climate change, but it also makes the people who are supporting this psychopaths, and they try to at the end give it a turnaround, like, no, you have to be against these companies, but not in the way they did, in the way we did. And I get that, but it doesn't quite work. And like I said, the writing of the movie really brings it down. It's just very forgettable, and it's kind of crap. I would not suggest watching it.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
On to the next movie of our list, which is one people will know a bit more about, and this is A Working Man. Now, this is one of Jason Statham's latest movies, and think of it as Taken, but the main character is a Royal Marine who now works as a foreman. That's basically it, and if you know how Taken goes, this is how the plot of this goes. If I remember right, this is made by the same director who did Frank. I could be wrong there. David Ayer. No, it's not. Different guy. He did The Beekeeper, which is also a very mediocre Jason Statham movie. And yeah, the plot of this is very straightforward. You can tell exactly how it's going to go by the end of the movie, and they even set up a hope for a sequel, which they'll probably get, because the movie didn't do too badly, but in my opinion it wasn't that good. The acting was bad, the filming felt cheap. Even though the movie wasn't cheap, it felt very cheaply made. And yeah, if I had to give it a rating, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. It's not terrible, but it's not exactly a masterpiece either. It's a very good movie if you want to just turn your brain off and watch it. The third bad movie I have for you is Blink Twice. Now, Blink Twice came out last year, and it's a psychological thriller starring Channing Tatum as like the main bad guy. He's a CEO which invites this woman to his private island, a woman and her friend. There's a whole bunch of people invited on the island, and as the time on the island goes by, you start to find things making less and less sense. Eventually it's revealed that this is done just so these rich people can trick the woman into coming to the island so they can sexually assault them while they're on drugs. And they've done this quite a few times. They do it every year, and they wipe their memories, send them back into the world, and then pick them up again a year later, do it all again. Right at the end, the main character, what's her name? Frida, actually ends up married to the main CEO, but this time she's using the drugs on him to keep him under her control. Very interesting twist, but the movie itself is far too long, feels far too long. It's only an hour and 40 minutes, but it's quite boring and it doesn't work as well. It's still not a terrible watch, and out of these three, it's probably the best. I'd say it's a 5.5 out of 10. Other than that, it's not a great movie and I wouldn't suggest it. And that's it for my 3 bad movies. If you are interested in seeing more of this, I will be making more videos on it. Obviously this is going to be a shorter video because I sped through the description of the movies, because in my opinion, if you want to experience them, go experience them. They aren't to the point where they're unwatchable, but they are crap movies. If you're going into watching these movies with that mindset, you'll probably have a lot better time. But in my opinion, they're definitely not great. If you enjoyed this, please let me know, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. If you'd like, leave any suggestions for some movies you think are bad and they might end up in this series. And I'll see you next time.